The first time I logged into Facebook ads, I was like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. I literally had to learn another language
Yeah.
to understand that platform in itself, which is just crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I feel like I can log in now with confidence. So my name is Melissa Freeman. I am one of the directors of Freeman Chiropractic. I run this business with Dr. Alex Freeman, who's the clinic director here, and also one of the lead chiropractors.
Yeah, great. And what problem did you have that made you reach out to the program?
We didn't necessarily have a problem as such. So Dr. Alex has been a practitioner for about 20 years now,
Mhm.
and his business has been largely a referral business who's very successful in looking after his current patient base and then advocating for him. But we actually just went out and opened our own business 1 year ago. So we took on a new practitioner who we needed to build up his business, and
Yeah.
we also have another one coming on in December. So for us, it was learning how to build someone else's business up from
Yeah.
scratch rather than relying on the referral business that we had. And we didn't have any knowledge of Google or Meta or any paid advertising or even organic. So we were starting from scratch. So the reason that we went through this course was to be able to bring that knowledge in-house and to build up the business.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And did you have any hesitations before, coming into the program? And if you did, what kind of got you over the line?
I think the biggest hesitation that we had coming into the program was time. Being a chiropractic business, a lot of our time is client spent. So we are working with patients or we're running the clinic. And I understand, like with marketing, it's just such a big time exchange to get a result. So that was probably our biggest concern coming into the program. I think naturally, there's a lot of businesses out there selling the same product as well. So I think, there was hesitation whether this was going to be the right course for us, but actually it was Dr. Alex who was adamant that after seeing the ads that this was going to be a really good avenue for us.
Yeah, great. And I guess so what has changed since joining the program and what is kind of the results and stuff you're seeing now?
To be honest, it was a big time exchange, and we definitely did need to put in the work and the hours to learn how to do everything. So, um, I think there was a big investment initially to learn how to. You do have to show up to the cause. You do have to ask questions. You do have to be vulnerable in front of other people, and that time commitment was definitely there initially, and it still is there on a ongoing basis, but not as heavy. So I feel like we've gone from knowing absolutely nothing about Google advertising, Meta advertising, and organic. And now I feel like we've got some really good foundations and we can go into these platforms and have a look at exactly what's going on with our business, where our leads are coming from, making sure our money is being spent in the right place, what's working, what's not working. And I think I'm really confident in the Google advertising and the Meta advertising space now, which I just didn't have any knowledge
Yeah.
at all prior to coming into the program. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing that's changed is that it has become less time intensive than it was initially. And I know what I'm looking at in terms of where my money's being spent and the outcomes that we're getting through these platforms.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I've noticed like the massive improvements that you've like made, like from really just starting from literal scratch. Now you're like pretty, it seems like you're pretty competent across them. Like obviously there's always work to be done, but like
There is always.
yeah, always work to be
Yeah,
done,
yeah,
like
yeah.
constantly, especially with the platforms it's constantly evolving. But yeah, you're
Mm.
very confident in it. Like it's nice to see people actually learning and like learning how to do everything themselves.
Yeah, it's like it literally I found it's like learning a different language. Like the first time I logged into when you'd said to me, "Oh, go give Facebook ads a try." The first time I logged into Facebook ads, I was like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. I literally had to learn another language
Yeah.
to understand that platform in itself, which is just crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I feel like I can log in now with confidence and be like, okay, I know,
Yeah, you know where you're
I know how
going, you
things
know
are
where to find
performing.
things. If
Yeah,
something's
that's
broken,
right.
you can like troubleshoot a bit easier than like before. Yeah. It's just
Definitely.
like it's a hard platform. I swear to God, they want to make it difficult for people, so they make more mistakes and they spend more money. Like it's kind of evil in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I feel like being such a large organization, you naturally think they would make it user friendly, but they don't. So
No, it's a
yeah, I
problem.
think you're right. I think you're bang on. I honestly think it's so people make mistakes and they rely on, your chat GTPs to guide them through, and then they end up making the wrong decisions, which leads to more profitability.
Yeah.
The
No, it's
platform, essentially.
yeah, it's all those AI enhancements. It's evil, but fight the system.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Has this had, obviously you've touched into it just before, but what effect has this had on you personally or professionally since joining?
The effect that it's had on me personally, I think like it's just grown my confidence in the marketing space. I think naturally when you're quite busy, you tend to want to outsource somebody else to do the work for you to make it easier. But I think having it in-house has allow us to have a bit more confidence and control over our personal brand and how we want to spend our money. And I think I'm not sure if I'm answering that question right, but I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I think just probably just overall confidence across these platforms and control as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And seeing exactly where your money is going, I think is like the
yeah,
big thing. A lot of people that work with like agencies and stuff, I know you have it, but it's like you kind of just like give them like 10K a month and you're like, yeah. And you don't really see what's happening. At least you kind of
yeah.
have some like you can see exactly what ads are spending. Like you can get down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, 100%. And I think like naturally when you outsource and you give it to somebody else, there's this disconnect, right? There's a
Mm.
disconnect because they don't understand your business intently in terms of what you do. And when you're a health business and you're a chiropractic business, there is so much knowledge that you need as a practitioner to produce content that
Yeah.
people, if they don't understand your business, even if they do have the best intent, can't deliver the way
Yeah.
that you can in-house.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's some really great agencies out there. Don't get me
Oh
wrong,
yeah.
and there's great practitioners out there. I never want to put anybody down in what they do, but yeah, I think it's nice to have control over your own business destiny in terms of like the marketing space
Yeah.
and yeah, and know that the effort you're putting in goes straight to the rewards that you're seeing as well.
What have you valued learning the most, or has there been anything in particular that you've really appreciated about this program? Was it, the workshop? Was it the school support? Was the advisory calls? Was it the tech calls, or, meeting other members or something?
Well, I actually didn't go to the workshop. Alex
Mhm.
went to the workshop with the clinic manager. So I missed out on all of that, but I really liked that I had the ability to access all the recordings. So even though it wasn't me sitting in the
Yeah,
recordings, I was able to go back and access them, put them on 1.5 speed, get through that content as fast as I can and be on the same page as everyone else in the business. So that was really valuable initially, and it allowed me to learn at my own speed as well. So I could get our Google Ads platform up and just step by step. Follow what we needed to do to get these ads up and running. So I really liked the accessibility of the content um, following the workshops. That was really valuable for me.
yeah,
The other things that I've really valued, I think, are like the calls. The calls have been the calls have been amazing. It doesn't matter how many people are on the call. Like you. you're heard, like in terms of, your needs are heard. Nobody's judgmental, which is, it is quite a vulnerable thing when you're coming in
Yeah.
and you don't really know anything whatsoever about a platform. But you're seen for where you're at in the process of learning, and you're never rushed in these calls, no matter how long they go for. And yeah, I think that's what I've really appreciated, is that everyone takes the time to meet you where you're at, and then get you to the outcome that you needed. And you're not overloaded as well. Like, just get a few things to take away, and then you can jump on a call the next day once you've done that. And yeah, you've fed the right information that you need at the time. So the calls have been fantastic.
Yeah, great. Cool.
Yeah.
And I guess if anybody was unsure about, booking a call to about the program or were on the fence, what would you say to them?
I would say if somebody's on the fence about booking a call, I would just say that, like, you'll get out what you put in. So if you've got, like, if you truly want to learn about marketing in terms of Google Ads, you truly want to learn about Meta Ads, and you truly want to take control of that business, and you like that part of your business, and you've got the time to dedicate to the program, then it'll be worth every single cent. But if you don't have that time and you're not at that stage in your business, just hold off until you are, because I think, you can get a lot out of this program, if it's the right time for you. But it does definitely need to be the right time.